Hey.
We are back.
Back. So, where was we? Oh, yeah. Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast for Wednesday, the 13th of January. As always, you have me, GD, you have Cajr, and you have Shimmy. And this week, we are talking about our nominations for the CTG Awards. How are you guys doing?
Very well, thank you for asking again.
Deja vu.
Again. Deja vu.
Yeah.
All kinds of memories are flooding back now. It's there's a glitch in the matrix.
Oh, do you know what? We're going to put that thing that I've got over it on my channel now and use that as a blooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, people who do not know what the CTG awards are, well, simply we've been doing. Have we just lost Caj?
I just passed away. He's gone back to GDW 2007 channel, which you should also follow.
Yeah, follow, please.
in case of these things happen again. Caj already knew about the CTG awards. That's why he's left and gone to get a beverage, have a poo, and then probably come back. Standard Caj behaviour.
Oh, if it's not us messing around, it's Skype messing around.
He's back.
Caj, you're back.
Yay.
Yay. Anyway, like I was saying, CTG Awards, if you don't know what they are, we have been doing them for the past, this is the third year that we've done this, where we basically talk about what we think each category is what games deserve to be in each category. So we have things like Game of the Year, Most Anticipated Game for 2016, Villain of the Year, and Moments of 2015, stuff like that. And today we are going to be talking about what we're going to be putting up for nominations, which will then be put up. There'll be a link on the Crave Your Game and the CTG websites where you can go and vote for which one you want to win that category. Then the winners will be announced in 2 weeks' time on the CTG podcast.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's quickly start off with indie title of the year. So far we've got on the list, we've got Keep Talking Nobody Explodes, which we can easily agree. It's definitely one of a great indie title that we've played this year. Caj,
Original as well, which is good.
Caj, you've played a couple of rounds with me on it, haven't you?
Yes.
Which we learned what a parallel port is now. And
the only thing I remember from is a freaking diagram of some sort.
Oh, what was it? Vertical wires and stuff like that, and stars and lights.
It was so it's got colours. Yeah, it's like what? I end up actually showing you. You've actually seen it yourself, haven't you? It's like,
oh yeah, I've seen it
right, it's got this many things. I'm like, right, circle. Now it's in this circle as well. Awkward.
Well, you had me who was disarming the bomb. Well, Shimmy, on the other hand, had Billy disarming the bomb and was helping me with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was fun.
It was fun. We learned that he didn't know what vowels were, didn't know what Morse code was, and sometimes yelling out random colours of wires to cut wasn't the best idea.
No. 1 minute, why has Billy got two swords? Why is your moderator... That's a good point. Why has both your moderators stuff been removed?
I've never been moderator.
You're in charge.
I have no idea.
I have never been in charge of moderation.
Anyway,
I do not take moderation seriously.
While I'm sorting this out, the other ones that have been put up on the list, Rocket League, which we've done a lot of great videos with. I think the latest one was me and Caj messing around on the Snowy Day mod, and me getting a glitchy goal. And another game that Billy mentioned last week, Undertale, which I understand why that should be on the list. What I've seen so far of it as well. So is there anything that you would want to add on this list, Shimmy?
Um, probably. I mean, probably not really. I mean, the only one I would say, because I've got it, would be Prison Architect was released last year of Alpha, and it's an indie game.
Oh yeah, that came out of Alpha, didn't it?
Yeah, it came out of Alpha. That's a fully fledged game now, an indie game, and it's a different. It's different than the norm. It's thinking about the genre of the over the top makings of things like the theme hospital and theme park and theme other stuff. Theme zoo. Zoo Tycoon.
Oh, Zoo Tycoon, yeah.
And all them stuff. So that's a nice game. But yet again, for the fun I've had, I'd probably say keep talking and without exploding.
But would you want to add, just to add another title to the indie game list, would you want to add Prison Architect to it?
I'd say that, yeah. But yeah, again, it's only PC only, isn't it? So.
At the moment, yeah. I think we have got something on consoles which is pretty much the same. In a sort of way, instead of with Prison Architect, you're building a prison, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's the point of it. I think the closest thing that the consoles have got, which PC also has as well, is the escapist games.
Yeah, true.
Like I said, the only difference is with the escapist games, you're controlling one person. With Prison Architect, you're controlling a prison.
You're trying to keep the prison in as opposed to trying to escape. Yeah.
Which I never actually got around to thinking of it with escapist, doing that Santa one, but we'll probably do that at the end of this year now. Until another themed holiday game comes out. Cajr, is there anything that you think should also be on that list that we might have forgotten?
I can't think of anything.
Can't think of anything.
Indie games are harder because I'm not too sure
what can be classed.
It's become blurred now between what an indie game is. I mean, Minecraft a few years ago was still isn't. But it's still classed as indie.
Minecraft has become its own company, so it's no longer independent. It really is. It's signed up to Microsoft.
Yeah. It's like if we said...
Yeah, but was it... I think... Well...
I think it's like with us, if we said that Minecraft is still indie, it's like saying, things like Child of Light should be classed as indie. Which they're not, because they're made by Ubisoft. Technically now, Minecraft was made by Mojang, but Mojang is now technically part of Microsoft. So it's it just doesn't work. It is part of Microsoft now, yeah. So you just can't really add it. And then again, it's been a game that's been out a long time.
But is that the point when Microsoft bought it? Was that the point it was no longer independent?
I would count it as independent because it's...
Again, it was originally created independently though, wasn't it? But that's hard.
It's like saying, technically it would be like saying Tetris, is that classed as independent? Because there's not another Tetris game out there. Well, there's Tetris, it's still just Tetris, just in multiple forms, isn't it? It's like, you could say with Minecraft, it's the same thing. It's Minecraft, it has multiple forms now. On different consoles, like the latest one being on the Wii U. Even though it's technically the same game, and that is what Tetris is. It's technically still just the same game.
Yeah. Is Alone in the Dark independent because it's just you and you're alone?
Billy says that indie game is self-published and developed without third-party game engines.
So something that doesn't use CryEngine then. Or something that doesn't use Unreal Engine.
Unreal.
No, because then a lot of indie games do use Unreal.
Yeah. But some of them are open, and can just use it to.
The thing is about.
I think it would depend. I think it would depend on the actual game engine itself. If it's something like one, maybe not.
Which one of those things that we've never actually properly discussed? What is actually indie? In my opinion, indie is a small self-published studio.
Yeah, it's not EA, it's not Ubisoft.
No, I think
it's not Capcom.
It's like But then again, do we count Double Fine as indie now?
That's it. If it's just
It's
them
a
on their
small
own,
studio, yeah.
they shit themselves, develop it themselves.
Which,
Their own
by the
engine.
way, latest news, Psychonauts 2 has been officially funded now. So that game is on its way coming out. Being said that an estimated date for that is 2018. So it's been successfully funded. That's something,
It's
I
good.
guess.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I've never played the original one, but
I haven't either, but I know a lot of
Good.
people enjoy it. Oh,
for them.
assets from games and without assets from game engines. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. So it can still use the third-party game engines, but it can't use things that had been already included in that engine.
so you couldn't use you couldn't use Unreal Engine and then use characters from Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've messed around with things like the Unreal Engine and the Cry Engine as well myself, and I know that it does come with already models in the engine with it.
Mhm.
So yeah. I think if you use the engine bits in it, then it's classed as a mod, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, hopefully we'll have more categories added on to that. You'll see that on Saturday. Next one, which is the reason why we have Shimmy here this week. Early Access Game of the Year. Now, this is the problem with us on consoles, is that we are just slowly starting to get early access games. With one of the games that we've got on this list, Ark, which it's been a huge hit this year, and is still in early access on PC, and now it's come over to Xbox One in its preview program, which is technically just early access for consoles.
Yeah.
So I've got one game which I have had a bit of a go of, which I've highly enjoyed, called Ruby Grim Eclipse. It's early access. It's from Rooster Teeth, who, if people don't know who Rooster Teeth are, they're the people who did Red vs. Blue series. This is a game which is on their self-published anime called Ruby, which is in its third season at the moment.
Yep.
And I'd say I highly enjoy it. Okay, it's a hack and slash game. I know a lot of people don't really enjoy hack and slash games. You can play up to 4 people on the game, and I've enjoyed it playing on my own. I wish I had 3 other people who had the game to play it. But I think
It's a bit different, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
It's got a different background to it. It's all female protagonists as well.
Oh, you've seen the series as well?
Well, I just know my stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here.
So anyway, Shimmy, you are mainly PC. So you're the best person to ask here. What games should be in our early access game of the year list?
Definitely Rust should be.
So do you want to explain Rust to people who might not know of Rust?
Rust is a procedurally generated open world survival game, which you could say is Minecraft-ish, but it doesn't go on forever. So it'll spawn an island, and you can go on there and survive. There's no zombies, there's no monsters. It's a lot like Ark, but it's more. But without the dinosaurs. There's the building at the bases. There's those multiplayer servers, interaction. You can build guns, weapons, make nice big castles. You can build mines and stuff to mine all the stone. And it's quite good. It's getting updated quite a lot recently. They've updated the engine again.
Yeah.
They've added all these what they call dungeons, but it's more like power stations and railway tracks that go underground, which are all retextured and stuff. So it's making a good lot of progress. Graphics are always getting updated. The community is really good, and it's a good laugh to go on. You know.
Well, it's you added this into your top 5 list, didn't you, Rust? And I think one of the things that you told me about it was that did they actually completely restart this game?
Yes,
it was a completely different game when it first came out.
Yeah, they made the concept as quickly as they could to basically get the funding for the game. And then, what have I missed?
Steam in a nutshell.
Yeah, early access games
In a nutshell.
Yeah. They've raised the money, made a quick thing, but instead of just leaving it as a pile of crap and running away with the money, they used the money, reinvest it into a brand new engine,
Yeah.
and they're still going strong. It's obviously Gary Newman who's did Gmod.
Yeah.
So he knows his community. Everyone loves him and follows him, and it's got a great. And I know a few people who have become have got a quite good following on YouTube just by doing Rust videos. So it is a popular game, and it's constantly getting updated, which is good.
Well, it's like we're hoping. We've been on about a solo series ourselves for YouTube channel. Probably doing a bit more solo stuff, and we've been thinking, seeing Shimmy, if you want to do a Rust series, since you do seem to play that game. Well, I think you're the only person that I know who plays that game at the moment.
I do play it a lot. I tend to play it when there's been a few updates, and then give it a good couple of weeks, just to have a good showcase and have a good rummage, see what's up there, and then go on to something else.
Of hours anyway, haven't you? So
yeah.
GD frozen on your screen there, Shimmy.
Am I frozen?
Oh, it's GD frozen. GD.
No, I'm moving.
I'm moving as well.
Well, on my there it just started.
That's your internet Tesco.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, Cajr unfortunately is having a few internet issues this week, so that is the reason why he does sound a bit muffled, and his camera is a bit pixelated. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that this week. So sorry. So if it does disappear like that, that's the reason.
Still here?
He's still there, but your camera keeps cutting off. So is there any other game that you think we should add on to the list? I think was it something called Hurt World? Is that still early access?
Hurt World is still early access. That is it's basically a more cartoony Rust. To put in, I mean, you could put that in. I mean, there's a few other things going for it. Like there's a game called Gunslingers, which is a unique turn-based tactical game set in like a West steampunk space western setting. There's another one. What is it called? The Squad. Squad, which is like a 50 versus 50 multiplayer first-person shooter. It wants to capture kind of like the combat realism and through communication and teamwork and stuff. Its main features are vehicle-based combat as well. So it's kind of like Battlefield basically. That's free to play, I think. No, actually, it's not free to play actually, which might be a good thing. Which means you don't have to. Yeah, it's basically going to be a Battlefield. I'm not sure how big the maps are going to be and stuff, what quality of the graphics and things like that. But that could be one to watch out for, Squad. And that's something that's coming out in early access. That's not this survival sort of drove on.
That's one thing that I've noticed with, especially on Steam itself. A lot of the early access games, the highly popular early access games, are the survival open world type of stuff. Do you think hopefully we'll see less of them this year? Hopefully.
I mean, if you look at current early access games now, I mean, you've got kind of a nice. I mean, you've got Hurt World, you've got Rust. Hurt World's a newer one, but you've got Rust. Still got DayZ that's still in early access for God's sake.
As well.
H1Z1, but you've got another one coming out which is like Ark, which is called the Isle.
Okay.
Which is an open world survival game where players choose from 3 factions in an attempt to survive a fierce island. Hunt, prey, survive is their tagline, and that's basically got dinosaurs in, and stuff of that nature, building bases and that. So, but is it the same?
That's the thing. Most of them do either look the same or they feel the same. Okay, I can't really say much because the only game that I've played that is in that more survival type, apart from Minecraft, which is a completely different game, is Ark. So I've not managed to play games like Rust and DayZ and even 7 Days to Die as well. That's another game that a lot of people keep on raving on about as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but again, it is saturated now.
Hopefully, we'll see less.
Hopefully, we will see less. I mean, it started off as a mod for a game, which was DayZ, and then it sprung this whole genre, which also blended in with the Minecraft started side of it, and then they blended into this open world survival game. A lot of it was based on zombies. Now it's dinosaurs.
Yay.
Hopefully, the ones that will stand out. Hopefully everything will be an Ark clone, and Ark is the right one that's had all the hype and will end up good. But there's lots of other things that will come out in early access, and hopefully that won't be just cash money grabs. Because a lot of them have let a lot of people down and cost people a lot of money.
Well, it's like the only one that I can see so far that we've got on the list, which is quite different, is we've got Ark, Rust, and Hurt World, which they're pretty much the same thing, except one's got dinosaurs. The only other different one is Ruby. That's which is a hack and slash game. I'm hoping to see more games like that. I think this is the thing about early access. It is a great opportunity if it's not all the same. I think it needs to be moderated a bit more, the early access stuff, especially on Steam. And I would like to see more variety.
Yeah. You can't. How can you moderate? Are you trying to say shouldn't be as many survival games?
I think we should.
But how can you decide? Say to one.
But then again, that's a good point. You can't really say that. Yeah. I think it's like anything. Yeah, Ark is so optimized; it runs terribly even on high-end machines. Well, it runs a little bit terrible on consoles half the time nowadays as well. But then again, that's the point of early access.
Yeah, it takes time.
Risk.
Balancing as well is always an issue, especially multiplayer. People say, "Oh no, this like with Ark, this new dinosaurs come out. It's completely overpowered. All everyone does is train them, and then whatever goes around and kills everyone." It's a bit like, but then that feedback, instead of moaning about it, go onto them forums, tell them what's wrong. But people go the wrong way about it and say, "Oh, this game's completely broken. It's crap. You're bad game developers. You need to sort this gun out. It's well overpowered." Instead of saying this gun actually is overpowered. Me and my friends have been messing about with it, and no matter who's in charge of that weapon and what defenses you've got up, that gun completely wins first time on anything. And they go, okay, then we need to tweak that back. I watch. Constructive criticism. What are you going to say, Cajr? Yeah, that is it. Because I speak to a lot of mod developers at the moment on the game, and everything you put in that forum is saying, listen, that unit's bugs out every time. They go, right, we'll fix it for the next patch. Right, we'll fix it for the next patch. That's only a mod.
Yeah.
But they can do that. They can fix it. But once they've got the basis out there, then it is, early access is to be part of that creative process and say, actually, us 50,000 people that moaned about that colour hurting my eyes while I was playing the game and getting rid of it, that's a good thing, yeah? Or that gun being stupid and not reminiscent of World War II era, then that was good to say it was crap or this was boring, and you've helped create that into something that when it's finished, we can all sit down and say, this game's bloody brilliant. I'm glad the community stuck together, but I don't think it's yet to ever happen like that yet, so...
Well, it's like the thing. This is the problem with early access, and we have mentioned early access quite often on the podcast ourselves. The point of early access is you are taking a risk when you're purchasing it that the game would never be finished. It's like technically, it's sort of like Kickstarter. You're putting money towards it doesn't always mean that the product will be there, or it might take a long time for the product to come out to a point where you forgot that you even had kickstarted that product.
Well, that's it. A game can take a decent game can take 2 to 5 years to create. You look at AAA games, large games like what Bethesda puts out. Your Fallout 4, they're already making now Fallout 5. At that planning stage, and then they're going to go through it. Yeah, I know early access is
A little bit of a scam sometimes.
They shouldn't put out. Sometimes they put out this really low base crap that's basically they've cloned from someone else, using the exact coding, the same textures, and a low rate engine that everyone can play. Put some fancy little YouTube video together, send it out there, get a bit of hype, and everyone buys it, and then they say, "It's my ass." So, but it'll be interesting to see what this year brings. Now the consoles have an early access. Hopefully, Xbox, Sony can say, well, mainly Xbox can say, listen, get rid of the shit. Hopefully, the competition will have to be a lot stronger for those games to get through, and companies are going to have to say, actually, I want to be on Xbox's early access list, but you've got to put in the effort and you've got to actually make the bloody game.
So anyway, let's move on to the next category because I think we've stayed too much on early access.
Yeah.
Most disappointing. And now these are games that they're still good games for their standing, but they didn't really live up to what hype that they had with them. Games that we've already got on this list, we've got Evolve, Soma, Battlefield Hardline, and this is Billy's choice, Fallout 4. I put this in brackets. It says in brackets, Billy's choice. So, Shimmy, we spoke a little bit about this already last week. Is there a game that you found disappointing in 2015?
I found the only game that I actually... You know what? If it was a game that I'd say it was the latest Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
But that's because I fell out of love with Assassin's Creed a long time ago.
But then again, did you fall out of love? Like I said, you fell out of love with it a long time ago. Was you hyped for the game which was coming out, or is there a game that you was hyped which was coming out this year, and then it just no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only game I was... Oh, yeah, again, when did it come out? The only game I wanted was Total War Attila.
I think that came out last year.
And when it come out after Rome 2, it was same crap. And then they released they're going to do one every year. And it was a kind of a big letdown for me because I didn't want it to go down this route of just pouring out a game every year just because they can, and just to cash in. And I know they're doing this Warhammer game that's coming out this year. I probably will buy it. Yeah, it come out in February. Sorry, 2015.
So Total War did come out this year.
Yeah, Attila, 2015, February the 17th. And it was a good game, but it still went on the flaws. It was focused more on graphics and the easy playability of it all. And I think they're just missing out here, the actual key aspect of the game. And I think it was a big turning point that year of a franchise that I like, and a turning point in how the industry is going. And the game I play now, the biggest Total War game I play is one from 10 or 11 years ago, which is Medieval 2 Total War, which I play a Lord of the Rings mod for it, and it's far better than any new one now. So I'd say Total War Attila would be my choice because of its, because of what it's done to the game franchise as well. Not just one bad game, but that downward hill now, which I don't like about games. It's becoming a Call of Duty of strategy.
Cajr, was there anything that you wanted to add to this list that you may have thought of?
No.
Let's move on to the next one then. Worst game. Now these are games which are just absolute shit. Yeah. There's no reason for them to be shit. Now we've got one game on this list at the moment, which I wouldn't be surprised wins this. Tony Hawk's. Can you guys think of anything else that you would want to add onto this list that was just absolute crap?
Well, Adam Asor there has made a good one. Evolve.
Would you put Evolve in the worst game?
I would potentially do it as for overhyped, yeah. And I don't know anyone who's playing it now that played it in the
I would say it was
alpha. I had the alpha as well, or the beta. Was it? But it wasn't alpha. It was beta. And
one of them.
it was just like no one wanted to play unless there was the bloody monster. Oh.
Billy's still flying the flag for Fallout 4 to be most disappointing. Chat. Oh.
Hates Fallout 4.
I know he does.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I would add on to this? I agree, the console version of the game, I've got a feeling Brian is going to absolutely hate me for this, but it's mainly because of what they did on PC. And I'm going to say Batman Arkham Knight, the PC version of it. Because that game did not work when it first came out, and I think that it still doesn't work for most people now, which is...
Bad ports make people sad.
Yeah, but like I said, Batman Arkham Knight on the consoles, it was a great game, which came out at a perfect time. It's just that if it's working on consoles, I would expect it to work on PC as well, and especially when it's a frame rate issue. Want it?
Optimization again.
Yeah.
That word, it's not ported well and it's not optimized well for the PC, and you'd expect it from a company that's done it before.
Especially
Arkham
when
City.
it's the last in a trilogy, last in a series of Batman games as well. I would have expected them to do something with it, or actually work with people to get it done. Instead of, I think even mods didn't even bother looking into it themselves, did they? Because they thought, no, you can fuck off. We're not doing your work.
Yep, fuck off. We're not doing any patches for you.
Now, like I said, I'm not saying that Batman Arkham Knight itself is a bad game. I'm more on about the PC port of it. That is a terrible game, and I think it should be in the worst game list this year.
Who actually handled the port? Sometimes they give it to third parties, you see.
Yeah, it wasn't Rocksteady that handled the port. Rocksteady handled the port after it came out. Because if your game's done bad, if they had to actually pull it off Steam.
Yes.
But I know that Rocksteady ended up getting it back and tried to fix it, but it seems that it was near enough unfixable by the sounds of things. Now, if people have got it on PC, and you can always message me saying if it is working or if it isn't working. But I think just because of when it first came out, this game definitely deserves to be in the worst game. This version of the game deserves to be in the worst game list this year.
Yeah. I'd have to accept that, yeah.
So, Cajr, have you got anything that you might want to add to the worst game? Any terrible, terrible games that you have played this year that you really wish you never actually purchased? Or even played?
No, I can't think. Nothing's stuck out to me as being really, really terrible. But
you're just waiting for next year where you will just say Final Fantasy VII remake. You're just waiting on the edge. It was terrible. It was terrible. It wasn't the same game.
Yep. We can see it coming, Cajr. I will be here to catch you when you fall, buddy.
Well, anyway, we'll probably have more things added onto the worst game list anyway. Cajr, if you do think of something, just...
Call of Duty. Just thought
Call of
Duty add that.
You
Yes.
want to add Call of Duty? Explain.
Explain. Yourself.
Do I need to?
Well, yeah, a little bit, because I actually found Call of Duty Black Ops 3 an alright game compared to its predecessors.
I prefer Call of Duty when it was just... this is a personal opinion. This is my perspective. Yeah. It's just that I always think for Call of Duty, you're just a regular soldier killing other people. Now you're this special soldier who's got to... Basically, you're basically a thing from Titanfall, operator from Titanfall, with a few extra gadgets for different people. And it just doesn't feel like Call of Duty to me. I said that with Advanced Warfare, I'll say it with Black Ops 3. Get rid of the future tech for me. I think that really disappoints me.
Yep, fair enough. I'll add it into the list, since you really did hate that game a lot. Well, we ended up playing the beta, didn't we, together? And you ended up leaving because of it.
I mean, I tried to play it a bit the other day, and it's just it's crap.
Oh, we had fun because we ended up shooting you.
Yes.
Many times.
Is that nostalgia making you feel sad that it's not as good as the one you played as a kid?
Maybe, but I think it's died its death with the World War II, Cold War, all that crap. But then it pushed it into all this future tech, and it's like, no, that's just not Call of Duty to me. It's like it's trying too much to be Titanfall. I mean, Advanced Warfare was a step towards Titanfall, and then you've got Black Ops 3, which just goes, we've added wall running now, so...
It's just blended into one mess, isn't it?
Yeah. Billy's asking, why is Cloud still here? He just won't leave.
Genie got lazy.
I thought it was Billy.
You thought it was Billy? Billy doesn't have blonde hair.
It just needs a caption saying, bloody hell.
Is you a Val?
Christ's sake, is you a Val? And he's pointing to the word. Pointing to Carol Vorderman. Is you a Val, Carol? That's the meme, I'm making it. You're
going to just take that and just put that now, aren't
you?
Is
you a Val? Beep, beep.
Beep, beep, dash, dash. Let's move on to the next one. Community game. So what game did you guys have fun as a group this year? One game that we've already got on here, the Jackbox Party Pack 2, which I've added. I highly enjoy what was in it.
This was really difficult because I've mentioned this before. This year's not had that many big community games. This year's been dominated. The main games have been mainly single player.
Yeah. Like
The Witcher, Fallout, Just Cause, Metal Gear Solid to a degree. But what's it called? And the other side of it is a lot of them now seem to focus on having 4 people.
Yes.
There's no games out there which is for 10, 15 people. Where you can just mess around. Right, you've got GTA still.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? Before we move on, there is actually one game I want to add to Early Access that I completely forgot about. Brawlhalla.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I thought, is it Early Access?
Yeah, it's still panicked. Yeah, it's still Early Access. Thanks for reminding that. Well, also, I think we should add that onto the community game list as well. Well, I understand where you come from, Cajr. This year has been mainly focused on solo experiences compared to, say, last year, where it was more focused on working as a group or killing each other.
Yeah.
But I would still say that there's been quite a few games that we could still add on.
I think the only one I could say I could add to that list would be Rocket League.
Rocket League. Yeah, fair enough. That's one that I was thinking of myself. The thing is, you can have up to 8 people in that game.
4v4.
We haven't had up to 8 people. I think we've had a maximum 5 or 6.
I can't remember.
Yeah. But it is a fun game which a lot of people still enjoy. You've played it on PC, haven't you, Shimmy?
No.
No?
I've never played Rocket League.
What is wrong with you?
I want to play it with.
Oh, good point. Billy's
saying you should
randoms.
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 Play Rocket League with randoms.
Oh,
still play the game.
Just play with randoms.
That's what I do sometimes. I play it on my own.
I'll be honest. That is sometimes the most fun having is when you do have random people, especially if you've got your friend, someone with you, aren't doing that at the same time.
It's just not the same when everyone says, let's go and play Rocket League, and I'll go, so will I, against random.
Billy wants us to add Splatoon.
He needs to explain his choice, and he can't.
Billy, if you can type why, Splatoon will be in there while we discuss other ones. And if you can convince me, like you did with Fallout 4 last week, then I will put it in the community list. In other words, you've got a lot of typing to do. Anyway, other games that I think we should add on to it. What was it? Keep talking, nobody explodes.
Yeah, put that on definitely.
It's a different way of doing a community play of it, isn't it? Where you've got the one person who has got the bomb, and then you can have multiple people. What's it called? Trying to help you out, which sometimes doesn't work.
You could have any amount of people in there, couldn't you? You could even have it in the same house, couldn't you? You could have someone sat with it on a tablet or on a laptop on the knee, and everyone else looking at the thing at the other side of the room. It could be a good game to play. Christmas with your nana. Want to play Trivial Pursuit?
Johnston.
No, Nan. We're going to disarm a bomb.
Hey, Johnston.
Another
Johnston.
game that I think we should add on to it, because we did stop playing it this year ourselves. Unfortunately, the servers are no longer around, but we did have a ton of fun with it. Cards Against Humanity. Do you think we should add that into the list? Or
Yeah,
do you think
I don't see why not.
Because technically, the server was up first thing this year, and then went down this year. So, yeah, I'd say Cards Against Humanity should be in there. Unfortunately, the card game has been around for a while, but I'm putting in Cards of Humanity for some weird reason.
Yeah, Adam Sawyer says Cards Against Humanity isn't a video game. It's a browser game.
It isn't a video game, but it's how we played it. The thing is, in my opinion, it's not that it's a video game, it's a game.
Game.
Yeah.
It is a card game.
Even Billy's saying no.
Is put on.
No, so you think Cards Against Humanity should not be in there? So I put in Magic the Gathering in there. Good point.
Yeah, but we don't play Magic the Gathering. We do actually play Cards Against Humanity a lot.
We did, but I understand where they're coming from. It's like me saying that, I think we should add Super Fight in there, but we only play the card game version of it.
Well, we don't mean it's. Yeah, it doesn't. We're not saying it's. We don't play board games with each other because we don't live in the same house.
Card games are
So
always
we
fun.
could still.
Yeah.
We could still.
Okay, Indeed, I've got another one for you to put on community game. Monopoly.
Yeah, I want to put Monopoly on there. Yeah, okay, you know what? Well, if we have Cards Against Humanity, but I will put it down as Cards Against Originality because that is technically what we played.
Yeah.
So, and that means we can put down Monopoly Plus.
Monopoly Plus.
So technically, they're still video games.
Yeah. That's the loophole. That's what you call the loophole, man.
Yep.
Clause.
Loopholes.
And not the Santa Claus.
Why are we trying to find loopholes in our own awards? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's our awards.
It's our awards!
A card game is better than any video game.
Yeah. So
Then I don't know what the hell's going on.
I agree. So I don't think we've put Cards Against Originality and Monopoly Plus in there because I do highly agree that they were two fun community games. Well, we're on about doing another Monopoly Plus.
No, you are.
I am.
You haven't got the interest yet.
People, join!
Well, you
The hell is
haven't been on
Monopoly
CTG,
Plus?
have you?
Yes, I have.
Have you? All right, I haven't been on. Oh, let's point. It's been a while since I've been on the forums.
It's not a technical issue, it's a legitimacy issue.
Legitimacy of this game. It's like on the film Babe, where is he allowed to enter the pig? It doesn't really. It's not a sheep, but it doesn't say you really have to use a sheep.
No, you mean dog? Because he hears the sheep.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Anyway, so with community games, we've got the Jackbox Party Pack 2, which a lot of us do enjoy playing.
Do it?
Yeah. Rocket League, Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. Cards Against Originality. Yeah. And Monopoly Plus. So,
That's
I'm
it.
sure there'll be
Monopoly
others.
Plus, whatever the hell that is.
do you think Monopoly Plus will win? Yeah, that's good.
Monopoly Plus.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a list. This is an award. We usually don't do lists. Do not look at what we did last month.
Oh, what was I doing on YouTube? Oh, yes, it was a lot of top
It was
five
loads of
lists.
top 5 lists.
Right, moving on.
Anyway, remake, remaster. This is a tough one because I think we started getting a bit dry with the remakes and remasters.
Yeah, but we still had quite a few come out.
So what do you think should be added onto the list, Caj? Oh, I know one. I know one before you even say it. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection.
Yes, good shout.
It's hard because I can think of remakes and remasters which came out, but I don't know whether I put them on the list because there's the Final Fantasy X-10-2, there's the Final Fantasy 7 port, or I thought. No, that's actually shit. Just right. Most disappointing. I've done that tonight.
We already gone by it, but we can add another one if you want.
Resident Evil HD thing.
I've got to write this list out later again. So you want to add Resident Evil into that? Okay.
Yes, because I was wholly disappointed. Yeah, because like I say, this year you've had quite a few. Like I say, you've had Gears of War had its Ultimate Edition. Dishonored had one. Who else had one?
Wait, is Dishonored's already come out?
Yeah, because I bought it.
I think we should add that
Dishonored-
onto the list then.
Isn't that 4 years old?
It's 4 years old, but they ended up doing a definitive version of it, which I do count as a remaster in my list. Because it's technically that is what it is. It's being remastered to be put up onto the next
I thought
gen.
that was just like a definitive edition was just like just all the DLC and everything in one
No,
game.
because if we go by the rules of Tomb Raider, they've made the game a little bit prettier.
Yeah,
Was that just for next gen?
Yeah, they moved it up to next gen. Yeah.
Or current gen as it is now. It's not.
Yeah, current gen now. Sorry, yeah. But yeah, I think we should add Dishonored onto that list.
Like I say, I can think of all the games that are on the couple of candidates, but whether you want to put them on or not.
Yes, Billy will add Majora's Mask.
I don't think we should, because I think it was a reason.
No, I agree with him. That's the problem.
You don't give us a reason.
Because it's Zelda. It is a good game, and I think a lot. It did. No. All right.
That's like a Call of Duty fanboy saying, "Yeah, Call of Duty because it's a good game."
No, I think at the same time you got to think Majora's Mask 3D when it came out when the new 3DSs came out at the same time, didn't they? And that was the reason why a lot of them ended up selling so well, is because of that game coming out with it. And I think, I'd say Majora's Mask, it's a great game and it looks beautiful, and it's even for a handheld version of it, it's still a beautiful game, and it's what a lot of people would expect with remasters, where they do not change it, they just make it pretty. That's what people want with remasters. That is the reason why you got disappointed by Resident Evil, because it technically changed.
What about Pokemon Omega Sapphire?
It was 2014, sorry. I forgot what year we're in now.
Was it?
Yeah, it's 2014. There was no Pokemon game came out last year.
You're right.
Where's the time gone?
Other ones on the list could be Darksiders 2.
Deadpool?
What's
Did
that?
Deadpool this year?
Yeah, Deadpool came out this year as well. Would you count them as great remasters? Though?
I don't know. I've not played them. I'm just telling you,
yeah.
remakes and remasters. Last of Us, was that last year or was that year
That
before?
was the year before.
Windows 10, which is basically remastered.
Yeah. Do you know? Can we add that?
No, it's not a video game.
It's
not a video
card
game.
Take your word on that.
It's nothing bad. It's an operating system.
I think we'll think of more and we'll add them. Like I said, the full lists will be out by Saturday anyway. This is just us mainly talking about them now. Give you a bit of an idea what will be on that list. So let's move on to the next one. Most anticipated for 2016. So far, we've got on the list The Division, which was the winner of last year's most anticipated game. Yeah. Overwatch, Plants vs Zombies 2, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, and Zelda Wii U. Guess who put that in that list? So, is there any games that you guys want to add on to the most anticipated for 2016?
The only game I am anticipating is, which also ties into my worst game, would be the latest Total War. But I'm anticipating a failure. Does that count? I'm anticipating to see it come out to see what it's like, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna buy into that game again.
I don't know. Do you think we should count that? Because technically he's anticipating something for that game.
I'm anticipating. There's some anticipation. All kinds.
Is it the most anticipated thing you're looking forward to?
Is it the most anticipated game for 2016 for you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I guess we could add that then because it's. Oh, world is weird. So what is it? Total War.
Warhammer. Which is coming out in April, I think.
Well, I don't need the date when it's coming out. So yeah, that is a different way of looking at it. Yeah, I guess. So, Cajr, is there anything else you want to add on to the most anticipated?
Oh, the new. Sorry, Cajr. The new. Shit. Far Cry. The new Far Cry. Primal, yeah.
You want to add that onto the list?
I'll add that, yeah, and that's me done now. That is actually one I'm looking forward to.
The only one for me is The Division. I mean, I'm thinking ahead to next year of what's been announced, and there's only The Division that's really taken me my fancy at the moment.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm guessing E3 will be the one which will give me the tail end of the year anticipation, but there's nothing in the first couple of months that I know of other than The Division, which is excited me.
Do you know what I want to add on to this list, actually? Just because I am actually anticipating to see what they're doing with this, but I think I might add the NX onto this as well. Because it is supposed to, a lot of rumors are it's coming out at the end of the year, isn't it?
I've got two other games you might want to add, but not my personal choices. Fable Legends.
Fable Legends, yeah.
And Doom.
And Doom, yeah.
Doom.
Yeah, well,
Is that a remake?
I don't know.
Looks like
probably a reboot.
There we go. So, yeah. So we've got Total War Warhammer for failure reasons. Far Cry Primal, The Division, Overwatch, Plants vs Zombies 2, The NX, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Fable Legends, Zelda Wii U, and Doom. Okay. Yeah, I saw him. Oh, free. Let's move on to Villain of the Year. So far, we've got Konami. So, is there any person or company that you would say has been evil this year for gaming?
Cajr.
You want to add Cajr onto the list?
I think Cajr onto the list, yeah.
I think Cajr will be honoured to be on the villains
Would
list.
nominate Cajr.
Reasons. Give me the reasons.
His knees. His time to take toilet breaks. And his overall zoning out into the chat while I'm podcast.
Do you know what? I think we should add on to this. Red Shimmy. And this is my reasons. Because so far this year, and every time that we've been doing a podcast, we always see some kind of image come up on Twitter that when Shimmy had been watching it, of either a screenshot of one of us who were on the podcast in not the most flattering of images. And who is the person that's doing that?
I am I am the bad guy.
To be fair, I think I fired the first shot in that when I took a picture of Shimmy.
Oh, yeah.
goes Shimmy. Yeah.
which has actually been my Facebook profile picture since that day as well.
I'm gonna add.
Johnster's done a good one, saying Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Yeah, okay.
He definitely won.
You know what? This is going to be a fun category. De Niro. Yeah. Keep on coming, guys. I like this.
Billy's got
Ryan.
Square Enix. Activision, we've got Nintendo.
Guys, you guys
Ryan.
are really not in a happy mood with many companies this year. Cajr is on that list, of course.
Can we actually have a video game character as a villain? Seriously.
Cajr on Minecraft.
What about on? what about the villain from Far Cry 4? What were we called? Vaz? No, that was the one before.
That's free. I don't want to say it because I might sound racist.
His name Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome.
Oh. Valerie.
Why did you have to add me onto the list? Okay. Quick question. Why, Cloud? You want to add Cloud onto the list?
Oh God! It's just a list of everyone we know.
So far,
Pagan Min.
What?
Pagan Min.
How'd you spell that?
Sounds like a disease.
Pagan space Min. That's what it says on thingy.
Okay. I'm just gonna put Far Cry.
Pagan Min.
Pagan Min.
That's what it's called. Pagan Min.
I'm just gonna put.
It's a character from a video game.
Yeah. That's fair enough. You jinxed it. That's probably why. Oh.
Metroid.
You know what? We'll put Metroid on there for you, Billy, because I think you definitely I found that as the villain of the year for yourself, mate. So far, I ain't took everything off here.
What about? I think it PlayStation's E3 Expo by revealing.
Oh God, we've got to add Sony.
Basically ruining Square Enix's by
Sony
revealing
E3,
Final Fantasy VII.
That's got to be on the list. Billy's saying Skeletor. There wasn't a He-Man
He was
game,
from.
mate.
I was gonna say. Other villains.
So I like to point out we haven't got everything that's from what's been put up on chat. We've got Konami, Red Shimmy.
Hanks, We've got Hanks here.
We haven't got Hanks.
Also supported Hanks.
Masturbation Man.
Masturbation Man.
He's a superhero. So far we've got
Hanks' alter ego.
We've got Konami, Red Shimmy, Robert De Niro, Square Enix, Cajr on Minecraft, Pagan Min from Far Cry 4, Metroid, and Sony E3.
Sony.
We're not doing a vote yet. You know what? We'll leave it there. We can add more later. You guys just keep on putting things up in chat which you think should be on there. And we're going to move on to the next subject.
If a win, do I get a box of Maltesers?
No, you don't get a box of Maltesers.
Right.
Master of the bait. Okay, Johnson. Right, we're going to talk about moments of 2015. Now, these are moments that do not include Crave Your Game moments because that is going to be a separate category now. Because before, it seemed a bit weird of them being mixed with this stuff. So far we've got Konami Kojima, the whole story behind that. E3 2015, we're just going to put that in one category because I think this was the best E3 we've had for a long time. And Iwata dying. It's a sad moment, but it's still a moment of 2015. So now this can be positive and negative moments. Why did you have to laugh at that point? You either die a hero or
sorry, I'm looking at Billy's
to see yourself as the villain. Oh God, I'm worried about you guys sometimes. Anyway, is there
Have you seen what I put last?
Yeah, I saw what you put last. Right, is there any other moments of 2015 you want to add onto this list? Now, if you say anything from E3, that is covered in E3 2015,
yeah, but
okay?
Basically, E3 was a selection of a few moments.
But it was, but we had so many few moments. It
But
seemed
well,
ridiculous.
doesn't say the Fallout 4 reveal.
Right.
Well, that was before the E3 actually.
Fallout 4? No, it was the date reveal.
It was because it was on the website.
So you want the Fallout 4 reveal? Yeah.
Well, it's something everyone's been looking forward to for a long time, and I think everybody was like on the website trying to find it, trying to watch it, and then the website didn't actually refresh, and you had to watch it on Twitch.
We put Fallout 4 reveal, yeah.
Well, like I said, E3 you had so many little moments which were good. I
just thought of one that wasn't E3, but like you said, that was a reveal. Now, there was something, I think it was around about the beginning of April. Did you guys remember on Twitch when they revealed Deus Ex?
Yes, that guy in the room.
The 3-day thing, wasn't there? That a lot of people just didn't know what was going on. Unfortunately, it was leaked what the actual thing was, but it still attracted a ton of people to watching it. I think we should add that onto the list. If anyone remembers what it was actually called, that would be better.
I want to say Lemmy Kilminster dying.
Do you? For gaming?
Because he was in that game.
Which game?
With Jack Black and the others. What was it called?
Go on. You can do it, Shimmy.
Something metal, no rock.
It's not like you're in front of a computer, Shimmy.
No, what is it called?
You're so close.
Hang on, I've got the powers of...
No one on chat tell him what it is.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I do know what he's talking about.
It was Brutal Legend.
You looked online.
Brutal Legend.
Yes, Brutal Legend.
The Twitch channel for the Deus Ex was Can't Kill Progress.
What was that, sorry?
Can't Kill Progress.
Can't Kill Progress. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It was coming live from underwater, that was then.
From our fish. Yeah, so Lemmy dying as well. Wait, didn't Lemmy die? He died this year.
Last year?
No, it wasn't. It was this year, wasn't it?
This year. Last week.
It's last week.
Last week, that's David Bowie, you penis.
No, David Bowie and Lemmy.
No, that was this week.
Technically, he died a long time ago. He died December 28, 2015.
Okay, fair enough. Lemmy died. Yeah, it was.
But don't we do the cut off as? No, that was the top 5 actually.
Yeah, it was the top 5. We can add it. So Lemmy from Motorhead dying.
Yeah.
It's a sad moment. Definitely.
For gaming.
For gaming. Well, we can add that because he sung the song of the game, didn't he?
He was in the game, yeah, as a character, actually.
And he was in the game as a character, yeah.
He used to heal people with his bass. Shame he couldn't heal himself.
So far we've gone here. Like I said, we've got Konami Kojima, we've got E3 2015, Iwata dying, the Fallout 4 reveal, the Deus Ex reveal, which was Can't Kill Progress, and Lemmy from Motorhead dying. I wonder sometimes, yeah. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to add on to there? I'm looking at you guys in chat as well. Any moments of 2015 you want to add before we move on to the last two subjects?
Yeah.
Well, make sure it's game related.
Oh, game related. I think the highlight of my whole year was them two trolls coming in and calling Billy a beanhead.
You know what? We'll add that onto the Crave Your Game moment.
Definitely.
Billy Beanhead. I'm going to write it. I completely wonder what the hell is that. There you go. So nothing else for moments of 2015 that you guys can think of?
No.
No, nothing in chat. If anything pops up in chat, I'll go back to it like we've done throughout the podcast this week. Anyway, our next one, before we do the Game of the Year, Crave Your Game moments of 2015. So was there any moments in Crave Your Game which stood out to you as your...
Drunk Hanksy.
Drunk Hanksy. Which one?
The original.
The original
first.
Drunk Hanksy. Drunk Hanksy plays... Was it Slender, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because after
on
that,
YouTube?
like, you kind of expect...
That is on YouTube, yeah.
Need to see that then and skip to when he's drunk.
I think it was it's a two-parter. Where we met Charlie and Slenderman.
Yeah.
Oh, who doesn't like Slenderman? Hi there. How you doing?
Robert De Niro's weird selections. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro telling us we spelled his name wrong in a gaming video.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro again.
Selections. Oh, that creeped me out when that was first. We still do not know who that is. Billy's just pointing up. Oh yeah, by the way, we've already got 10 Nights of Horror in that list as well. What else can we add on to it that we find fun? Yeah, there's been loads of great moments, but he's trying to remember them all.
Did
I think
Doc
what
do a
wrong-
24-hour stream?
What's that?
Didn't Doc do a 24-hour stream?
Did he do one this year? Last year?
I did one earlier last year.
Late year
God,
before.
yeah, it was the year before, but you know what? That's a moment I want to add on to that. No.
So you can have things from
No,
2 years ago.
no, not that. But The Sims 4 did give me an idea. The Cravers, creepy shimmy. That I love that because I did not control anything, and Shimmy's character was the creepiest out of them all. Into one point where he actually sat down in someone's room and started reading while guarding them while they slept.
That sounds about right for me, actually.
Billy says hashtag cheese Heavenly's Mystery. And the goats.
What's Heavenly's Mystery?
Johnston, what was Heavenly's Mystery?
I'm
But
just
yeah,
gonna-
we're going with hashtag cheese porn.
Oh,
Cheese.
we can go for a lot of hashtags because we had Thimblecot, we had Masturbation Man.
Do you want to just
Yeah,
put hashtags in?
Yeah, hashtags.
Hashtags, there you go.
I think from a personal perspective, I think Heavenly being part of my Until Dawn stream, start to finish, was because it kind of entertained me knowing she was going to be doing the getting scared and I wasn't.
Heavenly with Cajr on Until Dawn.
That's a personal one of mine.
The thing is, unfortunately, because it's covered in the 10 Nights of Horror.
No,
but
that Until Dawn
no,
wasn't.
not Until Dawn. But there is a moment that I really enjoyed from Heavenly last year, when she did her Resident Evil one, trying to find Barry. Just running around the mansion screaming, "Where's
I didn't see
Barry?
that.
Where's Barry?"
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think the reason about that is because she sat through must have been 6.5 hours of me playing Until Dawn from start to finish. So that's why I wanted to put that one in.
Anything else you guys want to add on to this list? Like I said, we've got plenty that we actually highly enjoyed this year, including the fibbage stuff and certain things on Cards Against Humanity to a point that we can't use one of them still. Until I'll edit it because I think it's only certain cards that I don't want in there.
Was that the ones where it was like
Yeah.
after the terrible thing in Paris,
in
and
Paris,
it was
yeah.
just a card about Miley Cyrus?
Yes, that was a bit. Yeah, Miley Cyrus. For wiping out part of it. I put all rights to people. I have no idea why I did that. Why? I owe nothing. It's a shame. It's still. I enjoyed Johnston's video thing. Have you guys watched that yet?
No, I've just got the link though, so I'll watch it after this.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll watch after.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the last category, which is the obvious one of them all. Game of the year. So far we've got Rocket League and Undertale in that list. What do you guys want to add as your games of the year?
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, yeah.
That's going to win the most disappointing, and it's going to win the game of the year.
We've had that last year. We could do it again this year. I think we had it.
Well,
with
what won it
Halo.
last? That wasn't like game of the year last year.
Yeah, but it was on both votes, weren't it? It was in the game of the year list and disappointing list. Thought, okay.
What was on the list? What was on the list that we did the other day for the Game Awards? For the proper Game Awards.
Mario Maker was on there.
I think game of the year for what was going on in the company and for what was expected of it. I think Metal Gear Solid
5, don't you? Yeah.
Phantom Pain, because it was all the whatever was going on at Konami, but still don't know what was going on. Plus, you didn't know what to expect from it, and then to me it was such a brilliant game.
You know what I want to add on to this? Dying Light. I actually highly enjoyed it when it came out, which we keep on forgetting. It did come out this year. It was February time when it came out. But it was a game which I highly enjoyed. I was really looking forward to it coming out, and it didn't let me down one bit. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, especially for Techland. Compared to their last game, it was Dead Island, wasn't it? They highly improved on it, and I think it is a game that not many games came out at that time, but it did keep a lot of us entertained for quite a while. I still remember trying to climb up that mountain and falling. But yeah, I think Dying Light should be on there because I don't think it gets mentioned a lot in a lot of game awards as well, because of it being because it came out such at early time last year. But I still think it is a great game.
Good shout. I can't really add anything else apart from Fallout 4. That's the only game I played, I think.
I'm going to ask this. Billy, do you want us to add Mario Maker or Splatoon onto this list? While he's looking at that, I think we're getting close to the end anyway. But yeah, all these, there'll be hopefully a few more. I've got to speak to a couple of other people in Crave Your Game and see what their opinions on what they would add onto the list as well. But voting for these will begin at 12 p.m. on Saturday. That is Saturday the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How do we vote?
Right, how you will vote. You can either go to craveyourgame.wordpress.com. There will be a page with the audio version of the podcast that will link you to the SurveyMonkey page where you can vote for these. We used SurveyMonkey last year. I was highly impressed with it. We're going to be using it again this year. Also, if you are part of CTG, there will be a thread for the CTG Awards in the Crave Your Game section on there as well. So you can go onto there as well and vote through that. Voting will open, like I said, midday GMT on the 16th, that is Saturday, and then will close on the 26th of January. So that is a Tuesday at 12 p.m. noon on GMT.
High noon.
Sorry? High noon, yeah.
High noon.
And then on the 27th, which is a Wednesday, of course, that is when we will be doing our CTG podcast, which will be the CTG Awards, where we will be announcing the winners of each award. I don't know who's going to be on that podcast. I know I'd be there. I'm guessing Cajr will be there. I think Shimmy might be there, but like I said, we don't know yet. Anything can happen in those next couple of weeks.
Johnston will be there.
Johnston will be there.
Robert De Niro and Johnston should be special guests.
The chat. No offense. You guys are great. You guys, you've been great this past year. Thank you highly for supporting us over this past
That's
year.
just top, man.
I think 2015 has definitely been a huge highlight for us on Crave Your Game, where we've moved from being an audio podcast to a YouTube channel and Twitch as well. We highly enjoy this. If we weren't enjoying this, we wouldn't be doing this every week, and we won't be doing the videos every time and recording them. So we're a huge thank you for continuing watching us this past year. I think we should move on to a quick update if there is any news stories that we missed. Is there anything that you guys wanted to speak about this week that caught your fancy in gaming news?
Oh, gaming news caught my fancy, I was going to say.
Please don't go silent, mate.
No, I don't think there's anything. To be honest, I've been away from the gaming news over Christmas.
Have you heard
and then I've started working, so I've been busy, so I don't really know what's been going on.
I've got one. Have you heard about the Oculus Rift costing £499?
Actually, that was on the radio, more than the console to play it on.
What do you think about that?
I think it's bloody shocking.
Yeah.
Considering I doubt it'll be used that often.
Well, there's bigger rumours now that the Vive is going to cost about $1,500. Yeah, VR is not going to be cheap. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting it, but I thought I think $499 is definitely too much for a VR. Well, it's basically 2 monitors attached to your face with motion.
You could use egg cups and a freaking mobile phone or tablet to achieve the same thing.
But Billy's saying VR's dead. But then again, they also said with VR, you gotta think it in a way. You can't think it as a game console thing. Even though that we see it as a game console thing, because to be honest, that's what we mainly focus on here. You got to look at it in an entertainment way of looking.
So can you plug it into your DVD player and watch Star Wars?
Yeah, it's like for example, you got to think like things like Blu-ray players, or look at 4K TVs and 8K TVs. They're highly expensive, but they do drop in price. And I've got a feeling VR will just end up doing the same.
It's new. It's just because it's new technology based.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a new thing, and I think I know a lot of people end up getting it. Look at the pre-orders, which was last week for the Oculus Rift. I think it took 14 minutes for the first wave of pre-orders to be sold.
How many pre-orders was sold though? 10 or?
Oh no, a lot more than 10. But if you go onto the website now, I think last time I heard, they're taking pre-orders now for it to be shipped out by July. Is
that for the finished product?
That's for the finished product, yeah. The first wave is supposed to be coming out March. So that's how the pre-orders have gone for the Oculus Rift at the moment. So there is a huge demand for them. But it's like other things that really bug me is that not all PCs are going to be able to run the VR headsets properly. And I don't think there's the games for it at the moment as well. No offense to games that are out there that do use VR, like Elite Dangerous and Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. No offense, it's not that level of immersiveness yet.
If you want to spend £1,500 to look around the cockpit and flying a bloody spaceship, you've got something wrong with you, or you've got too much money.
Yeah. Doesn't Doc have a Oculus?
Yeah, and he's got something wrong with him.
Oh!
I'm joking. No, but he obviously got it. He's not spent £1,500 on it, though, has he?
No, not one bit. Well, no, that's the Vive. It's like I said, it's £500.
Yeah.
But then again, like a lot of people have saying, you're still probably going to spend another, say, £1,000 on a PC that will run it for the recommended specs. which, no offense, not all of us have those kind of things and not
So
that
it's
kind of
not.
money.
So it's not just a monitoring, isn't it? It needs power from. Yeah, I need to look into it more, but I guess I don't really know. But
Anyway, other stories. 23 games have been added to the PlayStation Now service in the UK. This includes things like Borderlands 2, Batman Arkham Asylum, Bioshock 2. Quite a few games have been added to that, but that's the one that you got to pay. It's £13 for a month. But you can play it on Vita and PlayStation 3 and PS4, which is sometimes it's good, but you can't stream it as well. So it's
Aye.
There's a bit of hype for a new GTA 5 DLC.
Yes, it's on about being single player, isn't it?
Yes. Something about the guy that did Franklin.
Yeah.
Franklin was did a picture with motion capture, as if he was on motion capture.
Well, it's this newest one here. This new phone number is the latest GTA 5 secret the community is trying to figure out. So the phone number, it's 1-999-367-3767, and it triggers an explosion in the sky, in the game.
Ah.
Yeah. So, what the hell's going on? Now, you can only trigger this in single player, and changing character doesn't affect it. So you can be any of the three characters in the game and do this, and it's not considered a cheat code as well. It's not clear what's exploded or for what effect, if any, it would have on the game. Some Reddit users are thinking that the last two sets could be read as EMP or Emperor, and so they're looking for references to these words in games files. So not much has actually been said about it at the moment. This is just something that suddenly appeared. It appeared yesterday. So I know what I'm going to be doing in GTA 5. I'm going to type in that code and watch an explosion in the sky and see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. I remember on Saints Row 2. I did followed these islands, the sea, and then when you do them a certain way, you go to the section. This giant pink bunny rabbit comes out of the ocean.
Yes.
That was good fun.
Yeah.
Then I shot it and it disappeared. And that was the end.
DC Universe Online, which has been on the PlayStation 4 since the PlayStation 4 came out, is going to be heading to the Xbox One. Well done, Xbox One. You're catching up with the PlayStation 4. Good for you.
Only on Xbox.
Yeah, that's what they'll say.
Best lineup, yes. 2016.
And then you got PlayStation. Guys, we already had it.
But this is on Xbox One.
Yes, it's DC Online and Rocket League.
Yeah.
What is that?
The Liverpool drew, by the way, 3-3.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw the score at the top, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Who cares?
Me. Have you heard of the rumours of a patent that Sony have been trying to do this week as well? They've been trying to patent Let's Play.
Yes, actually, I've heard this. You reminded me. What is that all about?
Right, what it was is that now this is usually it's not. They're not trying to patent it. They're trying to trademark Let's Play, which means not much, if anything. If it was a patent, then you can get into a lot of trouble because you're copying a patent. Or if it was copyrighted, then you can be charged for copyright. But if something's trademarked, it's basically more of a slander reasons, and other competition can't use it. So what? Usually, a lot of people wouldn't be upset because when companies usually do this quite often, it's like Sony, Microsoft, and that lot. But they usually use it for if they're going to be doing a limited promotion with the words "Let's Play" as its motto or something. But when they actually looked into it, what this trademark was for, it was for a streaming service. Now, a lot of people are thinking that Sony is going to be changing their streaming service, not the PlayStation Now part of it, but where you're streaming on Twitch and that lot, to Let's Play, which makes perfect sense because that is what we call them. We call them Let's Plays, don't we? Yeah. There's even if they are playing.
What with that, by the way? I wonder who was the first person to use that. That might be something
it was something. I think it was on Reddit. The first Let's Play was. Oh shit! I heard about this, but I don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Someone actually put "Let's Play" in the title of the YouTube video, and that was the first one.
No, it wasn't a YouTube video. No, it wasn't. It was I think it was a Reddit forum or something like that, and they were basically telling them what to do throughout this game. I don't remember which game it was. And then later on, someone actually did a video of them doing a Let's Play. So Let's Play, the word has been around for decades that reference what we're doing nowadays. It's just that it's blown up over the past couple of years thanks to YouTube, mainly, and Twitch. And I understand where Sony's coming from. If you name your thing Let's Play, well, it makes perfect sense because that is what a lot of people are doing with that. They're doing a Let's Play, if anything, because they're streaming on Twitch, which usually will go onto YouTube. That's what we do. But a lot of people are also slightly worried if they are trying to do it so that they have a little bit of control over people using the phrase Let's Play for their videos.
Thing is, though, people they'll copyright whatever they're doing with Let's Play, and then people just start using another phrase.
Yeah. Well, they can't. The thing is, with a trademark, if you already use the words "Let's Play," for example, there's a YouTube channel known as Let's Play already, which I'm subscribed to, and there's also a website which already uses Let's Play.com and co.uk already. So they can't really use those kind of things because they're already owned and they're already highly popular for what they are. I think the Let's Play
channel... Have to buy them, wouldn't they, change it?
Oh, the Let's Play channel itself, last time I checked, it had, I think it was about 2-3 million subscribers. So
I think they're clutching at straws with that one. I don't think it's going to come off.
I think if anything, they are just going to change their streaming category as Let's Play, which I think is a perfect idea. I think it's a brilliant idea because that is what that is now. But yeah, please don't do a Nintendo. Please don't do a Nintendo. We don't want a Nintendo on that because a lot of people will be upset and it will not work. Last thing you really want to do is upset the YouTube community.
Yeah. Otherwise, ain't no one going to be buying it.
Look what we did. Look what they did with Nintendo. They could do it to you as well, Sony, and they will not hesitate.
I've got another one for you that might be interesting to you.
Yep.
You'll be able to play the original Psychonauts on PS4 this spring.
Ooh. So we can actually play it and actually see what the big fuss about it is.
Let's see if it's got a actual... Yeah, it's Destiny version.
Destiny version.
You can play it and then say, oh, I can't wait till 2018 to play the second one.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, 2018, isn't it? Oh, they're doing the VR version as well, aren't they? They're doing a Psycho... Yeah, that's VR to me now. VR. But yeah, they're doing a Psychonauts VR game as well, so that's understood why they are probably going to be bringing out the original Psychonauts on the PlayStation 4 as well.
Well, it says here that the PS4 will be the only console where you can play every Psychonauts, Psychonauts 2, and Psychonauts: The Rhombus of Ruin.
Yeah, that's the VR version, yeah. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I'd probably get it just to see what it's like, because I've heard so many people talking about it. It has actually caught my interest now, to a point that I want to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all the stories that I can think off the top of my head. Is there anything else you guys want to put in there or
I think we've about covered it all.
Dying Light gets its DLC soon.
the following, isn't it?
Yeah. Nothing else.
We already spoke about Shinra being shut down.
Yeah.
We already mentioned about Psychonauts 2 reaching its funding, which was $3.3 million, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. They use something called Fig, which...
Fruit.
yeah, it's a root. There you go. Anyway,
A root of fruit.
Fruit. Yeah, I thought you said root.
Fruit.
Pokemon celebrates its 20th anniversary Nintendo 3DS bundle this February.
Yay! Happy 20th anniversary to Pokemon.
Do you remember the Blastoise and the Charizard?
Yeah.
For putting them on DS's.
Oh, that's cool. I probably would want to pick one of those up, actually. What? I like Pokemon. Get over it.
I like Pokemon.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do the UK game charts, the new releases, and then just mention what we're going to be doing this next week. So, game charts. 2016 starts the way 2015 ended, with Call of Duty Black Ops 3 still on top in the chart. With no new physical releases until later in the month, familiar faces jostle for position within the top 10. FIFA 16 climbs 2 places back to number 2, moving ahead of fellow EA title Star Wars Battlefront, which is pushed down to number 3. Grand Theft Auto 5 moves up a place to number 4, while Fallout 4 slides 2 places to number 5. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is a non-mover at number 6, but WWE 2K16 climbs 2 places up to number 7. Square Enix Just Cause 3 is another non-mover at number 8, but Assassin's Creed Syndicate is down to number 9. A resurgent Battlefield 4 re-enters the top 10. This is not Hardline, this is Battlefield 4.
Oh, right, 4.
Yeah, 4. Re-enters the top 10, continuing its week-on-week climb from the end of last year. Its propulsion up the chart is fueled by the Gen 7 format, with price-promoted versions of both Xbox 360 and PS3 accounting for 97% of the sales this week. So, down 1 to number 5 is Fallout 4. Up 1 to number 4 is Grand Theft Auto 5. Down 1 to number 3 is Star Wars Battlefront. Up 2 to number 2 is FIFA 16. And still at number 1 is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Yeah. It's come on, you know it's always up there. First of all, before we do the new releases, is there anything that you're going to be doing stream-wise, game nights-wise? I'm going to start with Cajr.
Well, this with work winding down now after a busy couple of months, maybe more happening. We've got something planned tomorrow, haven't we, with GD?
Yes, we're going to be starting on
Project
Spark, yeah.
Yes, I think at some point I'll have to restart my Mass Effect due to a problem with the audio.
Yeah, we're going to test it first, so we can't promise that it's
Yes.
going to be something. Yeah.
And I'm hoping to also start my Final Fantasy 7 at some point. Now I've got the time on my hands.
Well, you can catch Cajr doing those kind of things on his channel at twitch.tv/CAJR87. You can also follow him on Twitter at CAJR87. Shimmy, your turn.
I'll probably try and get some Rust footage.
Yay.
And I also want to stream some and get some battles of my medieval warfare Lord of the Rings mod.
Okay.
Battles in there, so it's just because it's an old game, it kind of doesn't record well. You have to twiddle about with it a bit, so I'll have to give that a go. But I'm just having a lot of fun on that, so I want to get a few battles up on there on an epic scale.
Well, if you're recording it, mate, as always, it's always welcome on the YouTube channel, mate. But yes, you can catch Shimmy on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RedShimmy. You can see his name underneath his video there. Also, Twitter, it's the same again, at RedShimmy. For me, like I said, tomorrow we're going to be doing Project Spark, me and Cajr. Also, on... I don't think we're going to be doing it tonight. No, we're not doing it tonight because it's nearly 11 o'clock. But on Sunday, we are going to be playing one of the games from the Jackbox Party Pack. Don't know which one yet. More than likely, it'll probably be either Fibbage 2, Drawful, or we might go and do Word Spud again, because I actually enjoyed that before we went. You can find me at Twitch. Oh, the other thing that I'm going to be doing before we mention what Billy's doing, you can see it in chat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be so streaming then.
You can find, like I said, Project Spark, Fibbage night on Sunday. On Tuesday, we are going to be doing Monopoly Plus, playing with the speed die again, now that we know what we're doing with it. So we'll probably have an hour of that as well. And also that's it, up to next Wednesday, where we've got the podcast again on here, CTG Podcast. Which I will make sure it will be started on here this time compared to this week. But yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/GDW2007. Or also follow me on Twitter at GDW2007, where I will usually post when I'm doing some kind of stream anyway. Before we move on to the other bits, Billy is also going to be playing Final Fantasy X HD tomorrow at 8 PM GMT. You can find him at twitch.tv/Billy_boomers.
Billy on the Boomers.
Billy on the Boomers.
With a B.
With a B. You can also follow him at Twitter at Billy Boomers. By the way, I think his first part of his Undertale comes up on Thursday as well.
Underwear, if we can say
I've
that.
said Undertale. Yeah, he's going for a pacifist mode. I'm currently watching someone do a genocide mode as well. Oh my god, it's so different.
I don't even know what the hell it is, so I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, you can watch it. Which will be going up on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/CraveYourGames. You can also follow Crave Your Game on Twitter by going to Crave Your Game. You can hear the audio version of the podcast and the update by going to craveyourgame.wordpress.com. And also, if you are 18 and over and you want to join a friendly community, you can do so by going to cravethegame.net. Same again, cravethegame.net and craveyourgame.wordpress.com will have the links to the SurveyMonkey questionnaire for the CTG Awards, which will be going up on Saturday, the 16th of January at 12 PM GMT. Okay? That's as clear as I can be with that now.
You put a link on the Twitter as well.
I will put a link on the Twitter as well when it goes up. So
Hashtag it.
I will hashtag it. It'll be hashtag CTG Awards. Anyway, before we go, new games releases. We'll start from Tuesday, which has just gone. On Tuesday, 12th of January, we had Assassin's Creed Chronicles India out on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. That's the second part of that little series, isn't it? Of the 2D, 3D platformer. Dat Dragon Cancer is out on PC.
I don't know what the hell that is, but it's disturbing.
Yeah. The Banner Saga is out on Xbox One and PS4 as well now. And Gone Home is also out on the Xbox One and PS4. Yeah.
Yeah, pick that up.
On Friday, the 15th of January, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen comes out on the PC as well. And then on Tuesday, the 19th of January, we've got some good games, actually. We've got A Boy and His Blob coming out on the Xbox One, PS4, PC, and PS Vita.
What, Billy? In his blob.
It's Billy and his blob. Yeah, it's Billy and
his vowel.
Yeah, and his vowel. Darkest Dungeon technically comes out on PC. Is it come out of early access or something?
Let's do.
Yeah. And Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster also comes out on the on the 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, and PC as digital only. Because it was a GameCube exclusive when it first came out. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be doing a series in that as well. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's it. And we might as well cover this one as well. On Wednesday the 20th, when we are next back for the podcast, Homeworld Deserts of Karak comes out on PC, and Atelier Escher and Logi Plus comes out on the PS Vita. I have no idea what I just said then.
God knows.
But yeah, that's what games are coming up. Is someone trying to teach Billy his vowels again? Johnston, just give up. We tried to do it with a bomb in front of him. There's no use. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for this podcast. We will, like I said, we will be back next week for back to hopefully more gaming news and that lot.
Shenanigans.
And more shenanigans. Until then, goodbye.
Bye.
Well, we know what was wrong with Tomb Raider's release. They did the stupid thing. Right, Fallout 4 is coming out. You know what? Let's bring it out a couple of days afterwards.
They missed up the QuickTime event.
Yeah.
Shit, released it now.
No offense, I bet it's a great game. It's just you have bad timing.
Exactly, QuickTime event. And they messed it up. They've done it too soon.
No. But I think it was mainly because Call of Duty, the maps are coming out on the PlayStation first. So you have those Call of Duty fanboys, or what heaven else to call the tossers.